Happy Halloween, everybody. It's October 31st, which brings us to the end of October's Horror Movie Marathon Fest. For the grand finale, I watched Chainsaw Sally. This is a 2004 movie. It's written and directed by Jimmy O. Burrill. It stars April Monique Burrill, Mark Redfield, Alec Joseph, David R. Calhoun, Kristen Hudson, bunch of other people. And this movie is about Chainsaw Sally. When Sally was 10 years old, she and her younger brother Ruby witnessed their parents being murdered. And ever since then, Sally has been raising Ruby out in the woods somewhere, in a house in the woods. So they did not have a normal childhood at all. Then, present day, Sally is the small town librarian of Porterville. And by night, she is a psychotic cannibal vigilante who will do anything to protect her brother and bring evildoers to justice. Of course, in her mind, evildoers include people who are late returning library books. So, you know, not your typical vigilante. And in this movie, there's a land developer who is trying to purchase the land where Sally grew up, where she currently lives. It was inherited by, I guess it would be her uncle, her great, or is her dad that guy's uncle? I don't know. Somebody related to her somehow actually owns the land. He doesn't know about Sally and Ruby. And madness ensues. Anyway, I absolutely love this movie. This is one of my favorite movies. This is true low-budget, independent cinema, filled with many homages to classic horror films. It even has cameos from Gunnar Hansen, the original Leatherface, and Herschel Gordon Lewis, director of such movies as 2000 Maniacs and Blood Feast. This thing's practically a love letter to horror. And personally, I think that's what it is. I think Jimmy O and April Monique, well, I know they're huge horror fans, and I think you can feel the love that went into making this movie. It's very gory, in a low-budget way. There's nudity, there's strong language, lots of violence, comedy. The cops, Zeke and Earl, are hilarious. It's not a perfect movie by any means, which is something you're going to have with... this is like micro-budget horror. There are a lot of low-budget and independent horror films that get wide release. But this is truly independent, truly low-budget horror. Although there is a new edition of this movie coming out that should have, I believe, is going to have wide availability. It's supposed to be in Walmart. But so it's not perfect. You've got scenes where it goes from day to night to day again. The timeline is really wonky. But none of that matters. This is just such a fun movie with great characters. I love the relationship between Sally and her brother Ruby. Telephone. This movie actually spawned 2 seasons of an internet TV show and a Groundhog Day special, which are all, I believe, still available to purchase. One of the earliest videos I ever did for YouTube was I talked about Chainsaw Sally in its entirety, and they're working on an animated show, which I cannot wait to see, because I just absolutely love this. Warts and all, as they say. Just pure entertainment is what this movie is for horror fans. That's why, despite its flaws, I'm giving it 10 out of 10 sparklers, which is the same rating I gave it last year when I watched it during October. Just the enthusiasm that goes into it, the characters, the relationship between Sally and Ruby, all of that just overshadows any flaws that you have simply because of the restrictions of budget. And that's why I give it 10 out of 10. Just so much fun. I love, love, love this movie. I have all of the Sally stuff on DVD. I even backed season 2. I backed on Kickstarter. I believe it was season 2, yes. Because I love it so much. I had to back it. The Burrells seem like very nice people. I actually got to meet April back when this movie was new and she was doing the convention circuit. And she was very nice. And just their online presence seems very cool. Which, again, that all just goes into how much I enjoy this movie. So, there you have it. The last movie for 2015's October Horror Movie Marathon-a-Fest. Chainsaw Sally, one of my absolute favorite movies. I can't even tell you how many times I've watched this. I just love it so much. Alright, that's enough gushing, I guess. So that's it for this year. I guess I will now be returning to regular low-budget review show videos, book reviews, some movie reviews, game reviews. I've kind of let that fall by the wayside. I'm a little behind because of all the movie watching. So for those of you who have watched these videos, I hope you've enjoyed them. Maybe you've been inspired to watch some movies that haven't crossed your path. That's kind of, I guess, what I'm hoping to achieve, especially things like this. We Are What We Are, Wormwood, Road of the Dead. I know there's something else I gave 10 out of 10 to. American Mary. Just check them out. Whether or not you actually watch all the videos, at least look at the list and see all the movies that I watched, and maybe you'll find something you enjoy. So that's it, and until my next video, read more books.